A Brooks Brothers casual shirt costs $120. It has a machine-fused collar that collapses flat the moment you take off your tie. A Spier and Mackay shirt costs $60. It has a 4.125-inch unfused collar that rolls beautifully, frames your face, and never wilts under a sport coat. The expensive shirt makes you look like you are trying. The affordable one makes you look like you know exactly what you are doing. 5 smart casual brands are actively working against the mature male physique. 5 others are built specifically to make a man over 60 look like the most distinguished person in the room, starting with the brand whose name still carries weight that its garments no longer deserve. Number 1. Brooks Brothers. Brooks Brothers was founded in 1818. It outfitted 41 of 46 American presidents. It pioneered the Ivy League aesthetic that defined American masculine elegance for over a century. Then, in 2020, it filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and was acquired for $325 million by Spark Group, a joint venture between Authentic Brands Group and Simon Property Group. That acquisition is the most important fact about every Brooks Brothers garment on the rack today. ABG does not design shirts, it licenses names. The historic label has been aggressively decentralized, launching cheap, downgraded sub-brands like B by Brooks Brothers at mass-market department stores to capitalize on the name while quietly discarding the quality that built it. Here is what that means for a man over 60 who walks into a Brooks Brothers store today. The fabric is the first casualty. The brand has systematically replaced its classic long-staple cotton and pure wool with low-grade synthetic blends. The Explorer Collection casual shirt runs 81% cotton, 16% polyester, and 3% spandex. Their performance lines rely heavily on Coolmax polyester woven into low-grade cotton. These synthetic blends exhibit a distinct plastic-like shine under direct natural light. They trap body heat, they pill aggressively, they lack the soft, breathable hand of pure natural fibers that a mature man's skin requires. The non-iron treatment compounds the damage. To achieve wrinkle resistance, Brooks Brothers heavily treats its fabrics with harsh chemical resins. These treatments make the fabric abrade prematurely and stiffen over repeated washings. Collar points and cuffs fray rapidly. The shirt that looked acceptable in the store looks worn out within a season. The collar construction is where the brand fails the mature male physique most completely. Modern Brooks Brothers casual shirts use machine-fused collars with rigid heat-fused interlining rather than softly lined construction. When worn unbuttoned without a tie, the collar points collapse completely. They flatten out and slip underneath the lapels of a sport coat. This creates a stiff, clinical, disheveled neckline that accentuates a sagging neck rather than providing the clean vertical frame that a man over 60 needs. The price-to-quality disconnect is the final insult. Off-the-rack dress and casual shirts retail between $90 and $140. Standard wool blend suits are priced upward of $1,100 to $1,400. Charging 3-figure sums for mass-produced chemically baked garments that contain high percentages of Coolmax polyester is not heritage pricing. It is brand mythology being sold at a premium to men who remember when the name meant something. Brooks Brothers is charging you for a history it no longer honors. The collar collapses, the fabric shines. The man wearing it looks like he is dressed in the ghost of a great brand rather than the brand itself. Number 2. Banana Republic. Banana Republic was originally founded in 1978 as a curated high-character safari and travel outfitter. It was acquired by Gap Inc. and transformed into a mainstream upscale mall brand. In the decades following, the brand abandoned its natural fiber heritage in favor of mass-producing cheap, office-ready garments, heavily reliant on corporate performance marketing to drive high-volume sales. For a man over 60, the Banana Republic trouser construction is a specific and well-documented disaster. The Traveler pant, their most marketed product, is spun from 58% organic cotton, 32% modal, 7% polyester, and 3% elastane. Their commuter pant is 100% polyester at a flimsy 5.6-ounce weight. Their performance blazers are constructed with 70% nylon, 25% cotton, and 5% elastane. These fabrics trap moisture, run hot in warm climates, and develop a slick athletic wear sheen that betrays any claim to classic tailoring. The fit construction is where Banana Republic actively works against the mature male body. The insertion of concealed or half-elastic waistbands with draw cords creates a cheap, gathered aesthetic around the hips that closely resembles sweatpants. These trousers feature extremely low rises, frequently under 10.5 inches, and narrow tapered leg openings, often a tight 13.5 inches. Here is why that matters for a man over 60. A low-rise trouser sits below the natural waist. It bisects the lower abdomen. It pushes any natural midsection weight upward and over the waistband. This low-rise tight thigh cut forces a mature man's natural proportions into a highly distorted silhouette that makes the wearer look as though he is squeezing into cuts designed for a 22-year-old intern. That is not elegance. That is the opposite of elegance. Banana Republic positions its synthetic trousers at $110. In reality, these garments are mass-produced in low-cost factories from recycled plastic bottles. The customer is effectively paying a premium price for petroleum-derived plastic pants designed to be replaced annually as they degrade. Number 3. Untucket. Untucket was founded in 2011 by marketing a shirt engineered specifically to be worn untucked. By targeting older men seeking an effortless, casual look, the brand positioned itself as a shortcut to modern, youthful style. The shortcut leads off a cliff. The material reality is stark. Their core performance lines, including the Lee and Benson shirts, are composed of 92% nylon and 8% elastane. Their performance polos are knit from 91% polyester and 9% elastane. These dense plastic fabrics feel synthetic to the touch, static cling to the wearer's torso, trap heat, and emit a cheap athletic uniform sheen that clashes with any attempt at smart casual styling. The structural problem is the hem length. The fundamental untucked shirt length is architecturally ruinous for men over 60. By cropping the hem to sit high on the hip, the shirt bisects the pelvis prematurely. It completely exposes the trouser fly and zipper area. On a mature man who may carry any weight in his midsection, this ultra-short hem rides up over the stomach during natural movement, creating a highly unflattering circular torso line that draws the eye to exactly the wrong place. The collar construction compounds the failure. Untucket builds its shirts with flimsy, unreinforced spread collars that lack substantial interlinings. Without a tie, these lightweight collars instantly wilt. They flatten out and slide under jacket lapels to create a sloppy, compressed neck expression that ages the wearer by a decade. Untucket charges between $90 and $120 for basic long-sleeve casual shirts constructed entirely from nylon and spandex. The consumer receives zero tailoring detail, zero natural fiber luxury, and a garment that is structurally identical to basic gym wear with a button placket sewn onto it. Did you know that the collar is the single most important structural element in a smart casual shirt for a man over 60? A properly constructed collar with adequate point length and unfused interlining creates a vertical frame around the face and neck that adds visual structure and authority. A collapsed collar does the opposite. It draws attention to the neck and jaw in the worst possible way. Untucket's collar construction fails this test on every model in their lineup. Number 4. Bonobos. Bonobos was founded in 2007 as an e-commerce disruptor, earning its reputation by offering a patented curved waistband designed to eliminate excess fabric in the seat of men's trousers. The brand was acquired by Walmart in 2017 for $310 million and subsequently flipped to Express and the brand management firm WHP Global in 2023. This rapid corporate shuffling resulted in aggressive cost-cutting and a severe decline in material quality control. The signature Chino 2.0 has been diluted to a highly synthetic blend of 92% cotton and 8% spandex. The inclusion of 8% spandex, a massive increase from the 2% lycra found in their original chinos, transforms the trouser into an overly elastic synthetic stretch pant. This composition is highly heat-sensitive, prone to snagging, and has a documented tendency to literally melt under a standard home iron. Under WHP Global, Bonobos has progressively phased out its traditional straight leg and big and tall cuts in favor of highly tapered, skinny fits. These ultra-slim silhouettes cling tightly to the calves and thighs. For a mature man, this lack of structure fails to drape cleanly. Instead, it highlights any natural physical asymmetry, while the thin, elastic fabric causes belt loops and pockets to rapidly warp and rip under normal wear. At a retail price of $99 for the Chino 2.0, the consumer is paying a premium price for trousers that feel incredibly thin, synthetic, and elastic. The brand charges heritage tier prices for pants that have been stripped of substantial cotton weight, relying on cheap spandex stretch to mask poor patterning and inconsistent quality control. Number 5. Tommy Hilfiger. Established in 1985, Tommy Hilfiger popularized the classic bold American prep aesthetic. After its acquisition by PVH Corp., the brand shifted toward a high-volume, globally licensed retail model focused on mass-market department stores and outlet distribution. This corporate model has heavily prioritized visual logo branding over actual material craftsmanship. The polo shirt is the most visible failure. Their performance regular fit peak polos are composed of 63% cotton, 31% polyester, and 6% elastane. Their packable jacquard tech polos consist of 89% polyester and 11% elastane. These high polyester blends suffer from rapid surface pilling, trap body odors, and feel stiff, scratchy, and synthetic against mature skin. The collar construction on Tommy Hilfiger polo shirts represents a complete failure of smart casual elegance. Lacking a sewn collar band, the ribbed collars quickly stretch out, curling upward at the tips and collapsing flat against the chest. This is what the menswear community calls the bacon collar. It is exactly as unflattering as it sounds. Additionally, the armholes are cut excessively low to accommodate mass-market body shapes, which causes the entire hem of the shirt to pull upward out of the waistband whenever the wearer moves his arms. Tommy Hilfiger retails casual knitwear and polo shirts at $80 to $100 and relies entirely on its embroidered chest logo to convey status. The underlying product is a cheap polyester blend garment mass-produced in low-cost offshore hubs, offering zero value to a discerning older man who understands that a logo is not a substitute for construction. If this breakdown is changing how you look at the brands in your closet, subscribe right now. This channel follows the construction, not the marketing. No sponsorships, no brand deals, just the information that matters. Now, 5 smart casual brands that are genuinely built for the mature male physique. Number 1. Spier and Mackay. Founded in 2010 and operating out of Canada with a massive presence in the American retail market, Spier and Mackay has become the premier alternative to overpriced mall brands for men who understand what they are looking at. The fabric sourcing reads like a premium menswear specification sheet. Their dress shirts are crafted from 100% 2-ply Egyptian cotton with an impressive 18 stitches per inch and mother-of-pearl buttons. Their knitwear is constructed from 100% fine merino wool and pure Shetland wool, ensuring optimal temperature regulation and a soft feel against mature skin. Their fabrics are sourced directly from legendary European mills, including Vitale Barberis Canonico, Drago, and E. Thomas. These are not generic mill names. These are the supply houses that feed the most respected names in European tailoring. The tailoring advantage for the mature physique is specific and measurable. Their high-rise trousers feature a generous 11 to 11.5-inch rise, allowing the waistband to sit comfortably at the natural waist. This elongates the leg line and cleanly skims over the abdomen rather than bisecting it. Their jackets feature half canvas or full floating canvas construction with soft, unpadded shoulders, allowing the coat to naturally mold to the wearer's shoulders rather than forcing a rigid, boxy shape. The collar construction is the detail that separates Spier and Mackay from every brand in the Avoid tier. Their signature large Italian button-down collars are built with a 4.125-inch point length and a soft, unfused inner lining. This design creates a gorgeous, full roll that frames the face and never collapses under a jacket. That collar is the difference between a man who looks put together and a man who looks like he got dressed in the dark. Their trousers are constructed with a classic curtained waistband and generous 3-centimeter seam allowances, allowing for easy alterations as the wearer's body changes over time. Because the fabrics are free of volatile elastane, they do not bag out or lose their shape after repeated dry cleanings. Shirts retail between $55 and $75. The construction is $200 tier. The price is $55. The difference is the absence of retail markup, advertising budget, and brand equity premium. Spier and Mackay removes that chain. The customer pays for the shirt. Number 2. Sid Mashburn. Founded in 2007 in Atlanta, Georgia, Sid Mashburn has established a stellar reputation for producing high-drape, unstructured sport coats. The brand represents a masterclass in modernizing classic American haberdashery for the man who has earned the right to dress with genuine authority. The material selection is specifically chosen for breathability, texture, and natural drape. Their lightweight sport coats are constructed from premium Italian twills consisting of 65% wool, 21% silk, and 14% linen. For colder weather, they utilize brushed twills composed of 93% wool and 7% cashmere. These are not synthetic approximations of luxury, they are the actual materials. The Virgil model is the signature garment, and it is engineered as a modern interpretation of the classic American sack jacket. A 3-roll 2-button front, an undarted front, a completely natural shoulder expression. Built with a single-layer lightweight floating canvas, the jacket drapes softly over the torso without forcing a rigid, boxy shape. To ensure a perfect custom fit, the sleeves are delivered basted, meaning unfinished, allowing a local tailor to hem them to the exact millimeter. Natural fibers like high-grade silk, linen, and wool allow the fabric to recover beautifully from wrinkling, acquiring a handsome patina that looks increasingly distinguished as the years pass. This is the garment that improves with the man wearing it. That is not a marketing claim, it is a material science fact. Sport coats retail between $1,400 and $1,950. For a man over 60 who understands that a great sport coat is not an expense, but an investment in how the world perceives him, Sid Mashburn is the answer. Number 3. Todd Snyder. Since its founding in 2011, Todd Snyder has excelled at bridging the gap between rugged heritage wear and refined tailoring. The brand is highly regarded for its premium mid to heavyweight luxury knitwear and impeccably proportioned casual shirts that work specifically for the mature male silhouette. The material commitment is absolute. Their winter knitwear is knit from 14-gauge 100% cashmere. Their summer sweaters feature a highly breathable blend of 65% linen and 35% cotton. Their casual shirting features robust, pure natural materials, including 100% Japanese cotton chambray and 54% cotton blended with 46% tencel. Unlike cheap tissue-weight synthetic knits, Todd Snyder sweaters are fully fashioned with robust tubular hems and dense ribbed cuffs. Their knitwear and casual shirts are cut in a flattering classic fit that provides a clean, elegant drape over the chest and stomach without clinging. The necklines, whether a crew neck or a roll neck turtleneck, are knit with substantial tension to ensure they stand proud and never sag or lose their shape. By avoiding cheap elastane blends, Todd Snyder garments do not lose their elasticity or warp after washing. The high-gauge cashmere and linen cotton blends are constructed with reinforced stitching, allowing them to retain their structural integrity through decades of wear. These are permanent cornerstones of a refined wardrobe, not seasonal purchases. Knitwear retails between $250 and $400. For a man over 60 who wants to project quiet, effortless authority in a casual setting, a Todd Snyder cashmere crew neck over a well-pressed Oxford shirt is one of the most powerful combinations in the mature male wardrobe. Number 4. J-Press. Founded in 1902 on the Yale University campus, J-Press is the ultimate guardian of authentic, undiluted Ivy League style. The brand's signature world-famous staples are the hand-brushed Shaggy Dog Shetland sweater, first introduced in 1949, and their traditional Oxford cotton button-down shirts. These are not heritage revival pieces. They are the originals, still in continuous production, still built the same way. The material purity is uncompromising. The Shaggy Dog is knit from 100% pure Shetland wool and hand-brushed using a traditional 6-hour process to create a thick, insulating pile. Their OCBD shirts are cut from heavyweight 100% cotton Oxford cloth. No synthetic blends, no performance coatings, no chemical treatments, just the fiber doing the work it was designed to do. The tailoring advantage for the mature physique is built into the DNA of every garment. The J-Press OCBD features a traditional 3.25 to 3.5 inch collar point paired with a completely unlined, unfused collar band. This design yields the legendary S-curve collar roll that beautifully frames a mature face and never collapses under a sport coat. Their trousers feature a traditional, comfortable 10.5 to 11.5 inch high rise. Their jackets utilize the iconic 3-button undarted sack model with a hooked center vent. This generous, natural drape is exceptionally forgiving on a mature body, presenting a clean, vertical silhouette that communicates authority without effort. Did you know that the J-Press Shaggy Dog sweater has been in continuous production since 1949? That is over 75 years of the same sweater, the same wool, the same hand-brushing process. In an industry that reinvents itself every 6 months, that kind of continuity is not stubbornness, it is confidence. The sweater is right. It does not need to change. The heavy 100% cotton Oxford cloth and pure Shetland wool actually become softer, more comfortable, and more character-rich with every wash and wear cycle. OCBD shirts retail between $135 and $165. For a man over 60 who wants to dress with the quiet confidence of a man who has figured it all out, J-Press is the answer that has existed since 1902. Number 5. Billy Reid. Operating out of Florence, Alabama since 2004, Billy Reid has earned critical acclaim for crafting what the fashion press calls lived-in luxury. The brand's core smart casual signature is the Tuscumbia shirt, a masterfully elevated take on the casual button-down that understands exactly what a mature man needs from a garment. The material focus is on natural fabrics with rich, organic textures. The Tuscumbia is offered in pure, high-character natural fibers, including 100% linen, highly breathable blends of 55% linen and 45% cotton, and robust, brushed 100% cotton blended with a touch of cashmere for an incredibly soft hand. These are not synthetic approximations of comfort. They are the actual materials that breathe, drape, and age with character. The tailoring advantage is in the details that most brands skip. The Tuscumbia shirt is designed in a relaxed modern fit featuring a box-pleated back, which provides exceptional ease of movement across mature shoulders without looking baggy. The shirt is detailed with substantial premium mother-of-pearl buttons, a structured button-down collar, and reinforced twill tape along the collar band and cuffs. This ensures the shirt retains a sharp masculine structure even when worn casually unbuttoned over a pair of well-cut trousers. Built with rigorous double-needle construction and reinforced seams, Billy Reid shirts are highly durable. The high-grade natural fibers are specifically chosen for their ability to acquire a relaxed, lived-in character over time. This is the critical distinction for a man over 60. The goal is not to look stiffly dressed. The goal is to look effortlessly polished. A Billy Reid Tuscumbia shirt in linen cotton achieves that in a way that no synthetic blend at any price point can replicate. Shirts retail between $185 and $228. For a man who wants to look like he has been dressing well his entire life without appearing to try, Billy Reid is the brand that delivers that specific result. Here is the pattern connecting everything on this list. The 5 brands that make men over 60 look cheap share one defining characteristic. They were engineered around a cost target, not a physique. The synthetic blends, the fused collars, the low-rise cuts, the elastic waistbands, all of them flow from a manufacturing decision made before a single thread was sourced. The mature male body was the last consideration. The 5 brands worth buying share the opposite characteristic. Someone made a decision about what the garment needed to do for a specific kind of man first. Spier and Mackay started with Egyptian cotton and unfused collar construction. J. Press started with pure Shetland wool and a collar roll that has been perfecting itself since 1902. Billy Reid started with linen cotton blends and a box-pleated back that moves with mature shoulders. The price came after the product. The question every man over 60 should ask before he buys a smart casual garment is the question that separates these two categories. Does this garment work with my physique or against it? Does the rise sit at my natural waist or below it? Does the collar stand and frame my face or collapse and expose my neck? Does the fabric breathe and drape or cling and shine? The answers are in the construction. Check the collar interlining. Check the rise measurement. Check the fiber content. Natural fibers over synthetic blends. High rise over low rise. Unfused collars over machine-fused ones. Floating canvas over glued chest pieces. The brands on the worth it side of this list answer those questions correctly every time. The brands on the avoid side hope you never ask them. A man over 60 who dresses well is not trying to look younger. He is projecting the authority of a man who has spent decades figuring out exactly who he is. The right garments support that projection. The wrong ones undermine it. Now you know which is which. If this video changed how you look at the brands in your closet, subscribe. We break down every brand the same way. Construction over marketing, every time. And if you want to see the full breakdown of which menswear brands across every category are robbing you blind at every price point, that video is linked right below. Tens of thousands of men have already watched it. Do not be the last one to find out what your money is actually buying.